point out that the two men that were arrested were British nationals. Now, I've got to be very careful how I word this, but they weren't exactly Anglo-Saxon. Now, fortunately,
Perfect example here. When you hear people say, and you hear it a lot, when you turn around and say, well, look, what's the problem with migrants? They always go on. We know that, the country's full, it isn't. We know that there's not that many of them. Last year it was about 44,000 irregular crossings. It involves 4% of the total. If you were really worried about the numbers, you could cut the regular migrants, but you don't. It's got nothing to do with them being vetted or unvetted, because people who are indeed vetted and have paid a lot of money can turn out to be criminals, as that Chinese rapist the other year turned out. It's just racism. And this is exactly a show somebody's done it, because when you push them, they say, oh, it's cultural. It's cultural. They come from countries with different cultures to us. It's not compatible with our lifestyle. Okay, fine. Despite the fact that most migrants in general are less likely to commit crime than native-born British people, but let's just take that. Okay, that's fine. Culture is lived. If you were born here and you were raised here and you went to school here and you work here, you are part of and living in British culture. You were born and raised, you abide by British laws, and you understand British customs. That's simply the way it is. It doesn't matter what your religion is. It doesn't matter where you live. Yes, of course, we have different religions. We have different cultural practices within that, but the overarching framework is British law and British culture. That's quite simple. So, of course, the minute it comes out that an atrocity has been committed by somebody who was, in fact, British, the first place they go is that they're not white. The first place they go, which just shows that it is racism and it is drivelling idiocy, not a shred of anything concrete to back it up other than their dislike of people who have a bit more of a tan than them.